Hey guys, I have a book haul for you guys today, and I'm really proud of myself because I only actually paid money for two of these books, and one of them was only $2.50, and the other one was like normal online price, but I was kind of pre-ordering it anyway, so this was just, it was a really good deal. And the others, what I did was I took 2 boxes worth of books to a used bookstore one town over from me, and they gave me credit, and I got books with them, or with that credit. So, yes, I'm very excited about this. So, let's get started. Also, I tried to go into detail about some of these, but it made the video too long, so what I'm going to do is I got several Terry Pratchett books from the Discworld series, but I'm just going to go through the titles real quick here, and then I'm going to go into a more detailed Discworld discussion in a different video. But let's get started. Okay, first off we have Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. This is the third book in her companion series with Anna and the French Kiss and Lola and the Boy Next Door. And then this is the third installment, and I'm just very excited to get to it because I really like the guy love interest in this. It's Josh from Anna and the French Kiss, and he made pretty regular appearances in Anna and the French Kiss, and I really enjoyed his character, so I'm very excited that he's in this. And also, from the one-page interaction we got between Anna and Isla in the first book, I think Isla's character is going to be really cool too. So, very excited about this one. And then 3 classics that I got from the used bookstore are A Movable Feast by Ernest Hemingway. This is the only Hemingway I have ever been tempted to read, and the reason is because it is nonfiction. It is set in Paris in the 1920s. It's about Hemingway living in Paris in the 20s and coming in contact with people like the Fitzgeralds and Gertrude Stein, and I'm sure a lot of other people. And I'm hoping that it's also going to have some stuff in here about his stay in the Shakespeare and Company bookstore in Paris. So yeah, I'm very excited about this one. And then we have A Passage to India by E.M. Forster. This is the third E.M. Forster book that I now own. I saw this in there last time, but I couldn't afford to get it because I already had too many books. But I mentally, I made a mental note to get it next time, and I'm really excited about this one just because I love E.M. Forster. I'm probably going to read Howard's End first because I've had that longer and that plot seems more interesting to me, but I'm also really excited just to read any Forster because his writing is beautiful. A Room with a View, as you guys know, because I've told you multiple times, is one of my favorite books of all time, and I just think that his writing is fantastic. Okay, last of the classics. Love Poems of Elizabeth and Robert Browning by Elizabeth and Robert Browning. A couple months ago, I saw The Barretts of Wimpole Street for the first time, and basically that tells Elizabeth Barrett Browning's story, which is that when she was growing up, she was very sickly. Her mother, I think her mother had died, and she was very sickly growing up, and she had a really kind of tyrannical father. He loved her, but he was really very tyrannical, and it is about Robert Browning meeting her and kind of them falling in love and him taking her away from all that. And there have actually been several different film adaptations of The Barretts of Wimpole Street, but I don't remember which version I saw. I wish I could tell you guys, but I think it was in the 40s sometime, but it was very good, and it made me really want to read more of both of their poems because I've read like a little bit of Elizabeth Browning's and a little bit of Robert Browning's, but I've never read a whole lot of either of them, so I was very excited to find this one in the store, and I also really want to get Sonnets from the Portuguese at some point. Okay, now for the section that I'm most excited about. These are all of my fantasy books that I got recently. And this next one is probably the one I'm most proud of as far as it being a really good deal. And that is Patrick Rothfuss's The Wise Man's Fear. This is the second book in his King Killer Chronicles series, which, that's a mouthful. But I have Name of the Wind. I haven't read it yet because it's on loan to a friend, and I was already reading Song of Ice and Fire this year, so I decided to wait and save Patrick Rothfuss for next year. But I was going to get the mass market paperback edition of this at Christmas, and then I saw this in the Salvation Army, and this book is in such good condition. It is a practically new hardcover edition that is... The only problem is that the spine is a little bit wonky. I don't know if you can tell, but here, that's a better way to tell. Like, it's a little bit cracked. I mean, not cracked, but like sideways, I guess. But other than that, there's like not really a mark on here, and I got it for like $2.50, and it looks hardly read. And I'm pretty sure this would have sold for like $30. I don't know for sure because there is not a price on the inside, which is kind of weird. But still, I'm very excited about this one, and I'm going to read it next year along with Name of the Wind and the novella that's coming out. Okay, now here are all the rest of my Terry Pratchett books and one Neil Gaiman. The Neil Gaiman that I got a physical copy of Neverwhere because I listened to the BBC radio adaptation last weekend for the first time. BBC put on a radio production or adaptation of Neverwhere back in 2005, and it had an amazing cast. It was James McAvoy, Natalie Dormer, Anthony Head, Benedict Cumberbatch, and several other people who are well known, and it was amazing, and I was just so excited because James McAvoy kept his native Scottish accent, which normally when he does TV or movies, he puts on an English accent for his character, so I was very excited that he could keep his original accent, and it was lovely. And just the adaptation in general, it was just so action-packed and magical, as Neil Gaiman's stuff always is. And so I really wanted to read the book. I know that the book came after